Yeah, hi traders, welcome to the week ahead. Trust you've had a really great weekend and you're looking forward to making some money this week. Before we start, of course, we unfortunately have to do the housekeeping stuff. We know that this video is for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice. And by watching this video, you agree not to hold the distributors of this video responsible for any of the ideas or opinions expressed. We understand that there's huge risk trading in the currency market, and if you have any doubts about it, you need to go and seek some professional advice. With that out of the way, let's get right into it. I want to start with the dollar index to start off with. Here we have this scenario on the dollar index, and we did make this breakdown. Now, during this time, as you've heard me say before, we had some fairly significant moves on some of the cross pairs, and pairs like the New Zealand USD, Aussie USD made some significant moves up, Euro USD made some significant moves up. And the reason is simply because the US dollar was weakening. So it's not necessarily because the euro was suddenly strong, or the New Zealand Kiwi was strong, or the Aussie was strong. I think it was more about the US dollar index. And now you can see the line in the sand that I have, and it's easy to pick it up on the weekly. You can see this was where we were looking at last week, the break below. Now, we could just get a lot of sideways movement, and this is, I'm not going to try and predict what happens next, but I think in the medium to long term, we're going to get more dollar weakness, especially if, as I said before, Yellen gets elected, because she's would really love to see the US dollar a lot weaker than what it is, because that would help them supposedly in their mind to do something about getting the economy into a stronger position. The other thing to remember too is that if we see significant weakness in the dollar, you're going to see a rise in the stock market and indices as well. So let's get into it. Try to be really quick and to the point. Aussie CAD last week, we saw a little bit of a pullback, and you can see in that weekly candle there, you can see that last week it was all about pulling back. And to me, here are the real strong support area here, and the resistance area here. I love using the weekly charts for support and resistance. I do use daily too, of course. So let's go and have a look at the daily. And you can see we're just going sideways. You could put another support line in there. That's where price has been reacting. But right now, everything's flat, so there's no trade. Again, we're waiting. We saw the Aussie JPY move up a little bit, and last week I talked about waiting for the retest. We have had the retest, but we've not been able to take out this high here. So it looked promising on this candle, and I actually did dip my toe in the water, but got stopped out. I took a loss of a few pips, and then watched it come back down into here on Friday. Now I'm looking for a break above this area here. Now, if we get that and we get a move up, I will be taking a trade there. So that's one. And at the moment, I've just got an iron sitting a little bit lower than that high of that candle. Aussie New Zealand. Have we turned the corner? I took profit when I saw it starting to pull back on Friday. Now what has to happen is that we need to get this high taken out. and I have an alarm set. I have an alarm set just in about here. Now, I took this on the 4-hour, if you remember, and we'll go and have a look at it, because on the daily it's not set up yet. We do have close above exit entry indicator that I use, but the baseline is still way above price. So really, conservatively, I need to wait for that. But because I use the 4-hour chart, we've got a nice little trade. Here it is here. So we'll just wait and see what that is going to do. And that's pretty much it. And I think it's due for probably a move up. Aussie USD, we had the move up, pulled back, got stopped out. Now we're just waiting to see where this goes. Now usually after a move up you get some sort of pullback. Ideally I'd like to see that come down and retest the 74 area in here. Doesn't mean to say I'm going to get it. This thing could just go sideways for a few days, for a week or whatever. There's no data for the Aussie dollar coming out that would significantly push it one way or the other. And it's just a matter of waiting. So 74,500 is the resistance area, and here we have this support area at, I've got that in at 74. And so it's just being patient now. We've had our little runs of last week, and remember I've talked about this before, that it is always in this area here where traders try to trade on the lower time frames, that traders get all their money back. And so it's just a matter of having an alarm set just under here and here for a warning. If we're going to get a decent pullback, that would be wave 1, and we could get a decent pullback right back into this area or even lower. So keep an eye on that. CAD Swissy, well, you know, a lot of it's a messy chart, and theoretically, technically, we should be looking at a move up, according to my strength indicator. But I've just got an alarm sitting under this level right in here, and I'll wait for a close above that level. And then I will dip my toe in the water. I'm not overconfident with that. Now, so the CAD JPY made a move up on Friday, a good little move. I did not take it. I don't know why, I just didn't. I didn't like what I saw on the strength indicator, and that's pretty big for me. But right now, we've had a retest of this area in here by the looks of it, and so far today, there's the open. We could be looking at a move further up, so keep an eye on that. There's nothing on the Swiss JPY after its initial move up. Could get a lot of sideways movement in here, and it's very obvious to see the key levels there. Euro AUD, not a lot to report on. Again, it looks like we're just going sideways. So it's just simply just watching your key levels. This looks like a little bit of a support is starting to form in here. And if we've got a break below that, I would dip my toe in the water and do a retest down into here. Otherwise, we'll be looking for a bounce, obviously. There's nothing on the euro pound, just going sideways. Be watching this level in here, the market for you. But that's a key level of support, obviously, and somewhere in here, depending on what takes your fancy, is a key level of resistance. Euro JPY, after making the initial move, which was a nice little move, we just have to be patient now and wait to see what it's going to do. If I lived in an ideal world, I would like to see a retest back into here, and then I'd be looking at buy. Next one is the Euro NZD. After this little breakout here, it's swung around and come back into this range. So for me, I still have a bearish bias on it because it's below my baseline, and we'll just have to wait and see. There's no trade there, so it's a matter of just staying patient. Euro USD, after having the initial move up last week, which was a lovely trade, and really nice to get in the bank. Now we're at a key level again, and price is currently sitting around 121, 190 area. Ideally, I would love to see, now that we've got those trades in the bank, once I take that off, ideally what I would love to see is some sort of a pullback into here, somewhere, and then a move up. Now, we might not get it, obviously. So we just have to be patient and wait. In any break above here, I would be dipping my toe in the water again, but I really want to see this, and then I'd much rather buy from there. Pound AUD sitting just on that's a strong support area. A break of that is definitely, in my opinion, humble opinion, is worth a trade. Pound Swissy has come back from its attempt to get going. Now, interesting enough, around the pound, there's rumours that they may have made some more progress on the talks. They are running out of time, and we need to see what happens there. So be aware of that, because if they end up going out without an agreement signed, my expectation would be to see the pound weaken a little bit, especially over the next few days of after the event. However, if they do get an agreement signed, then we probably are not going to see any significant drop in the pound because of that decision. And my expectation would be that we'd be looking for some stability in the pound at that point. And I still maintain, like the pound Swissy, I think there's some wonderful opportunities there for a stronger pound against the Swiss. And we'll have pound USD as another one I've got my eye on. But in order for that, in my opinion, to take place, is that we need to see a decision around the exiting arrangements. Pound JPY, there's nothing there. It's come back up and retested. So not expecting any movement on the pound today until the open of Frankfurt and London. Now, pound USD is at a critical area, really. It's come up here and retested this 135 area several times, but has not been able to get up and get going. So, you know, I just think that we just have to be patient. I'm just going to squash this up. You can see that this is a key area. Now, if this can get up and get above this point, then I think we could be in for a decent move. So again, it's just patience. There's nothing on the New Zealand CAD. Last week it had a little pullback. I'm still bullish on this one, and I am looking for a possible entry point somewhere in here this week. It could come back as far as this level here and retest down in here, and that's fine. I'd much rather buy it from down here if I'm going to buy it. New Zealand JPY, looking for another move up. I do like this pair for a carry trade. Let's go back to the daily chart. And you can see that last week she just trickled down after the week before. That was a nice little move up, and we could that the retest could be over, and looking for a break of 74 to go higher. New Zealand USD, lovely trade. We've yeah, it's just been awesome. It just goes to show, doesn't it? I have to say this. But here we are. Remember a few weeks ago I was looking at trying to get a move down. Had a perfect setup. Had double top up here, left shoulder, right shoulder in here, and I was all set to get excited and see some sort of move down, and it didn't take place. And this is where I maintain that you let the markets tell you what they're going to do. And obviously that was the key area of resistance there on that double top. And of course, you could have gone across the top here for an earlier move in, but I got in there, and the rest is history. Sitting on the fence now because got stopped out on Friday with a little bit of a pullback. And if you're a Fibonacci person, we've just fulfilled 618 on a daily time frame. and so you would expect some sort of a pullback into these areas here. We'll change up the color for this, but some sort of pullback into here. Maybe a little bit lower. And then if it was going to continue on up, you'd buy from in here. Now there's no guarantees that we're going to get this. This could be all the pullback you've got, and we could carry on. The key to me is going to be US dollar weakness, not heavy strength. So I'm watching that US dollar index very closely to see if we get another breakout. USD JPY can't break this level in here. Look at it. It's tried. It gets down about this low, and then it comes back up into this range. And so it's just a matter of patience. Come back up into here, I'll be looking for a sell. Break below here, I'll be in as well. USD CAD, nice little move down. I hope you caught it. It was a great little move. Now it's just a matter of patience. The question is this going to continue down from here, or are we going to get a pullback? I would much prefer a pullback and be able to buy it in here. This is obviously definitely my preference, but we will wait and see. And we could get a bit of sideways movement through here if the US dollar is going to just hold before it drops again. But this level is really key. Anything from here and a break lower on the US dollar will definitely get in there on this one. USD Swissy. It's had its little run too, so looking for a pullback. We can remove the drawings there. So it's real easy stuff, isn't it? You can just see support area, and it's just a matter of patience. As long as this level is holding, look for a retest of this area, and then look to buy from there. Sell from there. All right, let's go and have a look at silver. And gold still mucking about. There's that trend line we put in last week through there. It's just holding its own. I'm not going to even try and predict which direction this is going. I'm thinking in terms of another move down, so I'm watching this area here at 1830 odd. But basically, if you just look at the high and low of this candlestick here, I'm going to be watching closely, and any break of this area or this area here I will put my toe in the water. And again, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to get in small, real small, and then build into it. If I got a break of this level, for instance, I just get a little, try to have a stop loss under here, and once we got above this level here, obviously I'd be at break even, I'd be looking to add to it there, and then I just build into it. And once I've got a bit of profit locked in, and it's looking positive, I am looking to up my lot sizes at that point. Silver, here we go. There's the range. I'm not really interested. I'll close this up to 25. I'm interested with a break above, and I'm interested with a break below 23. So there you have it, traders. Again, please protect your capital and trade safe, and don't chase the market. There's going to be some wonderful opportunities. It's just a matter of being really safe and patient. And I trust that you have a really prosperous trading week this week. Also pray and hope that you and your families will stay safe from this COVID. And it looks like there's hope on the horizon with these vaccinations, and it can't come fast enough. So please take care out there. Trade well. Trade well is not chasing the market. It's practicing really good tight money management, and you'll be fine. It's actually not that hard to make good money out of the forex market. So take care, and we'll see you in the chat room. Cheers.